Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
Taylor, you have a suggestion for Maggie.
Hey, yeah, how are you? Good morning.
Good. What's up?
Hey, so Maggie, we gotta give it another try.
Say that again. You cut out. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I said you guys should do a second date update for her.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Come on, and then maybe they could do it together, like breadstick eating contest together.
Yeah, it did lack a little closure for me too. I get what you're saying, Taylor. It's like, well, where are we now? Well, why not follow up on that?
Right. That's a good idea. So we'll see if we
Come
can
on.
get.
You guys are the best at it. Let's go.
Well, we're not good at following through.
I know.
So we need to follow
We
through.
should see if she's down. If she's down for it.
All right. Thanks, Taylor.
All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.
Hey, I thought this was so funny because I saw this headline, and in my head, I answered the headline. It was like, David Schwimmer says Friends fans still yell something at him. And immediately in my head, I heard it. What do you think it is? Pivot. So I was like, that's got to be it, right? That's got to be it. And what else could it be, right?
What else
I
could it
listened
be?
to the clip.
I get a lot of random people shouting pivot at me, which sometimes is startling, but also it's just a reminder that the series lives on, which is good.
Here we go, pivot! 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 Pivot!
This has been a smile on my face. Anyway, we're going to pivot from that story to Rich giving us an update on being a stepdad.
Yeah.
You mean Rich, a.k.a. Mark.
Mark, yes. And if you're to follow along with the story, if the name Mark comes up, is if Rich got married and he became a stepdad, I joked that a stepdad's name should be like Mark. And so now we always joke that the stepdads call you Mark.
Sometimes
you're not my dad, Mark.
Sometimes the stepkids say, hey, Mark. They'll be like, did you throw away my sandwich? Did you throw away my Jersey Mike's? I'm like, yeah, man. It was sitting on the counter. Smelled like onions. Thought it was 2 days old. I threw it away.
It's like when you try to be a dad, like he comes, you're like, hey, how was school today? Like, it was whatever, Mark. Like, you're not my dad. What's going on with him?
Well, they're great kids, but the youngest one is very quiet. He doesn't really say a whole lot. I don't really have a lot of long conversations. The other one, we talk a lot. We're in sync. We agree on the same things. The youngest one, I really don't know what he's about. He basically comes up from the basement when his DoorDash arrives, and then he goes down and plays video games, like a lot of 15-year-olds, right? But it's time to learn how to drive, and I have offered my services, and Stacy has taken me up on it. So I am going to teach my youngest, the youngest stepchild, how to drive. And
Does he not have a dad that can help him drive?
Yeah, but nobody wants that job. I taught my other kids I taught my kids how to drive, all of them, and they did okay. Nobody's had any accidents or speeding tickets yet. But when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about my dad teaching me how to drive, the very impatient and hostile Frankie Serafino Barra. So the first thing he told me after we just pulled out of the driveway is like, Richard, you're the most dangerous thing on the road. You're the most dangerous thing. So we come up to a stop sign, and instead of him saying stuff like, when we come up to the stop sign, you need to put on the brakes, he would just go, brakes, 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 scare the crap out of me, and then I would forget the brake, and then I'd roll through the stop sign.
Oh, my gosh.
So we're starting in Stacy's car, too, because she would like him to learn how to drive her car. But then I realized I don't want to go in Stacy's car. I bet it's a mess. I haven't even looked inside it in like 5 weeks. I'm gonna have to take him in my car because I know that my car is clean and it's safe. Hers, she's got like a full Sephora in the middle dash, and then on the side it is every single beverage from every fast food. There's a Freddy's frozen custard, like 3-day-old Diet Coke sitting over there. There's probably some Starbucks.
Which definitely makes the car dangerous.
No, definitely. I was gonna say though, Rich, like I feel like Stacy's car would be a lot easier to drive because you drive like a monster's truck.
That's right, but he's getting a truck. He's getting like an old 2003 Chevy Silverado or something like that.
Gotcha.
So he needs to learn the driving of a truck rules. And Mom's Mom's not going to be able to. Well, I mean, some moms, but Stacy can't teach that. She's afraid of my truck. She will not drive my truck. So I guess we start this weekend, and I will have video and full updates for you guys.
Okay.
It's going to be.
So he's down. Like that's you
down.
being a good stepdad.
He's down, and I think it's going to be awkward and hilarious at the same time.
Well, I'm just wondering, John Jay, what would that sound like in the car if you put a camera in whilst Rich, a.k.a. Stepdad Mark, is teaching
Chill
stepdad
out, Mark.
Please vlog
We're
it.
gonna make a left
We
over
What
need
do you
to
mean
see
10 to 2, Mark?
We're just going to drive through this parking lot right here. Just take your time through the parking lot. We're going to go up
You
the
know what,
backside.
Mark? What do you drive? Why do I need to learn to drive, Mark? I can take an Uber.
We've got Uber Eats that comes to the house. I don't need to drive anywhere to get anything.
Well, that's very exciting, Rich. I can't wait to see the video.
Big deal.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
a big
really
deal.
nice of you to do that.
It's going to be a bonding moment.
That's what I was going to say. You guys are going to be besties by the end of it.
And then maybe, like, if we need a getaway car, I got a guy. got my driver.
There you go.
The thing about driving, though, it's like my wife now, and I don't know what happens after being married for a long time, but she really exaggerates, like, the danger of being my passenger. Do you know what I'm saying?
This noise,
That, oh yeah, now she'll put her hands up in front of her face, like, you know, when a car brakes, the brake lights go way ahead of me, like way ahead. And we were driving in Hawaii, and she did that. I go, you know what? I go, it's very frustrating when you do that because there's no danger, and she doesn't say anything. Like, it's come to the point here when it happens here where I almost want to say, from now on, you drive your car, I'll drive my car, we'll meet somewhere because I don't drive the other because it's so like.
I think when you ride with your sig other, they either over give you directions or don't give you directions to the places they know how to get to, but you've never been to.
Dude, over giving directions. Get this. So we're in Hawaii driving, and we've got Siri on telling us where to go, right? So Siri would be like, you know, at the light, make a left. And she'll go, make a left up here. At the stop sign, we're going to make a right. And then she goes, make a right at the stop sign. I'm like, hey, I'm hearing it and I'm looking at it. Like, I don't need you to repeat what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing.
I mean,
like, it's
her
the weirdest
defense,
thing.
John Jay, you have had some hearing issues as of late.
It's the opposite. I'll be driving us to one of my wife's friend's house, and she'll be looking at her phone, and I'll be like, do you want to tell me where to turn? She's like, oh, it was back there. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? Because there are a pair of shoes on sale on Poshmark. If I don't get them now, then they're gone forever, okay? They're gone forever.
Okay, Blake has this too. If we're driving somewhere and we're using the navigation on her phone, she's holding it up. She's a pastor. She's holding it up. But so I'm driving. So like if you were driving and here's the screen, here's the monitor, right? She's like this. So she's showing me the monitor, but she's watching the road. So now her hand turns, and now she's just like her hand's going whatever, and I can't see the map, right? And I can't. And her hand's moving the whole time. And I'm like, can you just give me the phone? So I put it on my knee. And I can see the map. And then she'll repeat everything that the map says.
Yeah. See, I'm going to teach all these things to the stepson. He's going to know all this stuff.
Good luck. Payne, what happened with you at the dentist yesterday?
Oh my gosh. My feelings were hurt. And the dental assistant or hygienist that was assisting me on my filling did not have to play my life the way that she did.
Do you have a cavity?
I did. Well, I was getting a old filling fixed because I had a crack in the old filling or something like that. So they wanted to fix it before it turned into another cavity. But I go there, and she's like, the dentist comes in and he gives me the shot, right, to numb my face. And she goes, your lips are a little crusty. You want some chapstick?
Ouch.
She said crusty?
Crusty?
I was like, actually, I will take the chapstick. Thank you. But, why did you have to be so, upfront about it? You could have just been here's some chapstick. You didn't need to tell me I was crusty.
So if she gave you chapstick, then is she your friend or no?
No, I mean, but she's worked on, when I went and got my veneers done, she, was helpful in that situation. So we're tight. I mean, she's seen me with no two front teeth.
But sharing chapstick with somebody, that's...
No, they gave me my own chapstick. They have, their dentist brand
Oh, well, also, maybe it was when they have their morning meetings, we got to push the chapstick. We got too much chapstick. So.
In their meeting, they're like, insult the patient if you do.
Maybe her delivery was all wrong.
She's like, your lips are kind of crusty.
Your mouth was jammed open for a long time while they're working on it. You're not getting a lot of moisture there.
I totally
It gets
understand.
crusty,
And I was very thankful because their chapstick is very nice. It's a good type of chapstick. But I was so caught off guard. I was like...
It's not chapstick brand chapstick?
No.
It's medical grade?
It's a medical grade chapstick.
Sounds awesome.
I feel like I'm not as crusty after using it faithfully for the last 3 days. But she played my life.
You know how Monday we kind of started our New Year's resolutions Monday, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all right, that was the 6th, right? But we're kind of like, all right, let's be real. It's the first day of work, so that's
Yeah.
our New Year's resolution. And then on Monday I went hiking with a buddy of mine, and I got like 13,000 steps. And then yesterday on the air I said, I think my New Year's resolution is going to get at least 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
So when I was home last night for the night, I was at like 4,000 steps, and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get another 6,000 steps? It's freaking 4:00 in the afternoon.
You could walk outside.
Or just like run in place.
I did. So I said to my wife, I go, I need to get some steps. You want to walk with me? She goes, yeah. So we walk, right? And I'm walking, and I walked a pretty good distance, I think. And then I walk back, and I'm like, man, I go, this, like, I don't like walking. Like, it's like when you're hiking, I have to get somewhere and come back. And I go, I don't like walking. And she's like, what do you mean? It's great. We can talk, we can download, we can catch up with everything. Like, that's not what I'm doing this for. Like, I'm doing this to get the steps. So we get home, and I have 6,000, 7,000 steps. I got to get 3,000 more steps. So she ended up showering, getting dressed, and I was like, I need to go walk again. Do you want to walk with me? She's like, no, I'm already ready for bed. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to hammer this out and get 3,000 steps. Do you know how long it took to walk to get these 10,000 steps?
How long?
That was 40 minutes.
It took forever. Like, I was just
You know what you should get?
What?
You know, have you ever seen those standing treadmills? Those like ones that people put like at their desk, and
Yeah.
then you could do that during the show.
Oh, in here?
You could just walk while we're on the show.
Please do that.
Oh, that would totally be something you would do.
Scott has one at his desk, and it's just like, so when you stop sitting, you just walk for a little bit, and you sit back down, walk for, like, you could do it.
Yeah, but I walk like a moose, so you'll be hearing these steps as we're doing the show.
You need to hear your shoes squeaking.
Yeah, you can hear my shoes squeaking, you can hear me breathing hard. You can hear
That would
me.
be insane.
It's
Do
gonna
it
be-
when you're watching TV at home.
That's a sacred time for John Jay.
I mean,
I
yeah,
need to
but
sit on the
like,
couch and eat snacks. But it's so hard.
I know it's it.
I
That's
ended up going to bed at 10,800 steps last
Oh,
night.
you got it.
I
Good
got
for
it.
you.
But I was like, I'd walk down. It was really dark. So I'd walk down the street, and it was not enough light.
Don't you have a treadmill?
No. And then I'd walk down another street, and then this dude came running up behind me, scared the hell out of me. Then another dude came running by, and he had one of those running lights on his back so you can see.
Did he on your left you? On your left?
No, he didn't say anything, but he ran right by me, and I was like, maybe I need to get one of those lights. Write that down, Kyle, next year. I'm going to get a present from Kyle. Yeah, because you said you wanted 10,000 steps 6 months ago, even though you don't do it anymore.
I'll see if you're still doing it.
Here's a red light so no one hits you when you're walking.
Do you think there's a service out there, you know, like how there's DoorDash to bring you food? Do you think there's a person that will finish your steps, like when you're watching TV? They come over, stick on your little band, and you get like, here's your 4,000.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.
Extra steps. Have a nice night.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.